For Honor. As most of you know, I play this game pretty religiously. But as of late, I've reached my breaking point. There's just too many problems in this game, so I had to make a video on it because it pissed me off so much. And we're just gonna get right into this thing because I just want to rant for a bit. To start off, ganking. I don't know what they've done to ganking in this, but revenge gain is just busted. There'll be points where I'll hit a guy once and then stop attacking him, and then he instantly has revenge after that. But I'll get hit by 4 attacks in a row, 2 lights and 2 unblockables, and I only have half my revenge. It makes no sense what the revenge gain is in this game. Rarely it works accordingly. Most of the time it doesn't work at all. I feel like most of the player base is in agreement that the revenge system needs to be just fixed altogether. It is just completely broken. And ganking itself is broken. You can get from max health to no health without getting revenge once. 0 to 100 ganks exist in this game. And if you get caught in one of those, the only way you're getting out of that is if one of them makes a mistake. But if they don't, you're just dead and you have to go respawn. The biggest example of this is 2 Orochis. They can put you in an infinite storm rush combo that you cannot escape from. What if you're fighting someone and one of his teammates shows up and he just sits on your side and just starts feigning to throw you off? I feel like everyone who plays this game knows what I'm talking about when I say that. Your widget shows that an attack's coming, but because he keeps feigning it, it's just gonna throw you off your game. That's happened to me multiple times, and I've even done it to multiple enemies just to mess with them. Like as Shinobi, I'll just throw a light and then do my top heavy unblockable feint. And then it'll completely mess him up and he'll just try and keep parrying it from the side. And then eventually I'll just throw it. All they have to do is make it so you gain revenge when someone's feigning against you. Obviously not that much because it's a feint, so you're not taking damage and you're not blocking attacks. So a minimal amount. I think that is the best course of action for it. And what are these staring matches? So many people in this game are so afraid to throw anything as feared of being punished for it. So it just becomes a staring contest between me and the other guy. And it's been happening more and more as of late. And why haven't we gotten a new map? Like Dominion, for example. It has been like 4 years since we've gotten a Dominion map. The last Dominion map they added was Harbor, and that was added in like 2019. And I've tried to figure out why they haven't. The most I've ever seen was budget reasons. But I would prefer if they took extra time to work on a character just to give us one map for Dominion. Just one. I'm tired of playing the same 6 maps all the time. Dominion is their biggest game mode, yet they've done nothing to it for years. And some characters in this game are just completely underpowered. Like Warden. There's no point in playing Warden anymore, because Warmonger has the same exact moves, but better. Warden does not have an undodgeable, so it's hard to hit characters like Shinobi or Tiandi with their large dodge attacks. And I understand it's hard to balance a game like this, but the devs are doing nothing. When it comes to characters in this game, the devs don't understand what to do. Look at Afira. Afira's kit is insane. She has a deflect, a crushing counter, Shinobi-like dodges, an undodgeable, an unblockable, and a wall splat move. She also has a neutral bash. No other character in this game even has a neutral bash, but Afira has that, and she can feign it for some reason. Every other character's bash in this game has to be initiated by some other move, like a dodge or an attack, not Afira. She can do that while standing still and can feign it afterwards. They need to change that. Either make it so she has to do it after a dodge, or make it so it can't be feignable. That should not be in the game. And if you've seen my Afira video, she can take out almost half your health on a heavy parry. And also, zone attacks. Zone attacks are the dumbest fucking thing in this game, in my opinion. Most zone attacks are as fast as lights, but count as heavies. So if you parry them, you're only going to get minimal damage off, despite the fact it's the same speed as most light. All they need to do to fix that is to make some zone attacks light parries instead of heavy parries. They already did that with the dodge attacks. So why not do it with zones? Some zones would be exempt, like Raider Zone. Raider Zone is slow and you can get an execution off of it. But with some zones like Wardens or Warmongers, Shinobis in fact, it makes no sense how something that quick is a heavy. Because people just use the zone attack as a crutch. If it gets parried, they don't care that much because they're only going to take a small amount of damage. The only downside is it can only come from one direction. But that's basically it. I've had such a rough time in this game, I just needed to rant a bit. But I also had to go over some of these problems that have plagued the game for just years. I'm also making another video right now very soon, so look forward to that. Alright, peace.